Hey guys, today I'm putting together my Roman Szmal palette. I have this large one which will fit 7 full pans in each of the 4 rows. Now if I ever want to add a 5th row, all I have to do is like pull these metal things out and then I would be able to add a 5th row, but we're not quite there yet. Right now we're just going to see how I like this paint. So I have already gone ahead and labeled each pan Roman Szmal, the color, and the color number. And I have kind of put them in order of what I think is going to work. I have this Aquarius Pasqualino Fracasso set that I purchased, and then I have 4 other pans that I added. And I haven't labeled the swatch sheet because I'm not 100% sure that this is where they will all go. I'll have to kind of start swatching them and see. But after the video's done, I think I will go in and label them each at the bottom. So let's just make sure this is in frame. There we go. Okay, and I think I'm gonna use this large brush. Just go and like wet it. And then, or you know what, I might just keep that brush for the wetting and then use the smaller brush for swatching. And some of them have a bit of like a waxy sort of texture on top. And then I will kind of fade it out to the bottom, and that's where I will also write the name. So let's see. I don't know about you guys, but I always have like a hard time figuring out, you know, where to put the reds versus the browns. But I think I kind of mostly got the 2 warmer colors, the 2 rows at the top with warmer colors and the 2 rows at the bottom with cooler colors, roughly. So this is the tint. So that was buff titanium. This is the tint. I think it used to be called flesh tint. Oh, of course, I'm already forgetting stuff. I think it used to be called flesh tint, but then they kind of decided to rename that, probably for the best. So I don't know how, like, if that's where I should have put it, but it seemed like a neutral sort of color, kind of like buff titanium, so I just put it with the buff titanium. And then the next color is Naples Yellow Light, which is also kind of a neutral sort of yellow. So I figured it would make sense. I gotta say they activate very nicely without pre-wetting, which is nice. But they are honeybees, so that's to be expected. And since I'm thinning them out at the bottom, once it's dry, it will be easy enough to write the names in for all of them. And this set came with, okay, so that was Naples Yellow Light. Next is, I don't even know, Quinophthalone Yellow. Quinophthalone Yellow. Okay. I actually really like this yellow. It's very like primary sort of yellow. Like it's nice and bright. Oops, I just painted on myself. It's not good. Okay, so yeah, that's a really nice yellow. I mean, with a yellow like that, you are pretty much set on yellows, but there is another yellow in it, one of my favorites. That's why I picked this set. It had a lot of colors in it that I really wanted. even though the selection was a little odd, I thought it was kind of nice that it made it unique. So the next yellow I really like, it's pretty transparent, Nickel Azo Yellow. It's a very transparent yellow. Yellows are usually a little on the opaque side, so it's nice to have a transparent one. Oh, you know what? I should have put a line, like a black line over there to see how transparent versus not transparent these are, but it's too late now. I'm already committed to this style. So that's all right. It happens. Okay, so far I think the arrangement's kind of working. Then we have Gold Ochre. Gold Ochre. This was kind of another one of those, like, does it go with the yellows? Does it go with the browns? But it seemed kind of close to the Nickel Azo Yellow. Maybe would have gone good with this one. Oh well, I don't know. It's fine. I'll have a swatch sheet so I'll know where everything is, obviously. And okay, and then one more in this row we have Go Tight, which is actually already a brown. So, but I needed 7 in this row, so that's where this one goes. And it actually matches that one pretty well. Although, you know, I am thinking, oh, it's fine. I was thinking, did I not let that? Oh, I did. This one's like a little on the drier side, I think. It's a nice sort of, it is pretty brown though. Oh well, that's where that one goes. Then we have next row. We're going to do, I believe I started with, let me double check for you guys, Transparent Pyrrole Orange. It's a nice, vibrant orange. I have that color in Schminke already, but that's a nice orange. Probably have it in Daniel Smith too. Okay, next we have Veronese Red Earth. That's definitely a very brownish sort of, a very brown red. But I was wondering if I should have put that up there. But you know what, if I ever add, you know, a 5th row, that might be the time I kind of reconfigure things as well. But for now, this is where I think they're gonna go. All right, then we have Aquarius Red, which I got to, that was an extra that I got that didn't come with the set, because I was looking for a warm red. Woo! That is like, I wouldn't say it's super warm either. That is a strong, strong color. God. It's a very kind of primary sort of red. Okay, next we have, it's good I labeled the pants, otherwise I'd have no idea what I was swatching right now. Next we have Cypress Burnt Umber. Not sure why, wait, hold on. Do I want Cypress Burnt Umber there? Okay, well, I'm already committed. Let's put Cypress Burnt Umber here. During no, it's a rather dark brown, potentially. Okay, then we have Kaput Mortem. I'm not sure this is making as much sense as it made in my mind, but I don't know. Oh my God. Now I know this is opaque. I have Kaput Mortem in Winsor & Newton, and it's quite an opaque color and really strong. And then we have, I might, you know what, I might have to, since this isn't the swatch sheet for the actual palette, this is just for my swatch book, I might move these around before I put them in the actual palette, to be honest with you. I mean, I think these reds go together more so than they do with these browns. And this orange might go up here, and like this brown down here. Just adding a little bit more to it. And then I have Quinacridone Pink. That is pink. That's looking very hot pink. Oh my God. That's, well, that's my basically Quinacridone magenta. For the cool red, this will certainly do. That is a very strong color. Okay, yeah. Some things are gonna have to get moved around. So it's good actually that I'm doing the swatch before I stick them in the palette. Okay. Let's get that orange out of there. Now we're on to, I got some pink in there. 1 second. We are on to Cobalt Sea Blue. This is PB28. And that's looking kind of on the opaque side, but I don't think it's too bad. Okay. It's a pretty color. Okay. Then we have, what did I do next? Transparent turquoise. Then we have I believe I did blue sky. Yep, blue sky. This has got white in it. Yeah, I think seeing all this, you know what, I probably should have swatched all this and then decided what order I was gonna do, but no. So let's see. Seeing all these in bigger swatches though is making me definitely rethink where everything is gonna go, because that blue sky is more closely related to that, and then this is phthalo blue obviously, and it's like electric, as to be expected. I'm really liking these paints though. They're really nice and bright where they're supposed to be. They're pretty intense in mass tone in a lot of places. They're drying nicely without too much of a color shift. Like, these are very nice and a great value. I mean, they're much cheaper than all the other brands. We have Ultramarine Intense. This one's got a lot of waxy, like, residue on it of some sort. I don't know if you guys can see that there. Now it's kind of activated. Wow, that's a strong ultramarine. That's really pretty. I don't even like ultramarine that much, and this one's nice. This one's like really, it's like a nice bright one. Usually they're kind of, I don't know. You know, usually I think they're on the redder side, and that's why I don't like them, whereas this one is a very blue ultramarine, if that makes sense. Then we have, this is cobalt blue. But yeah, I think the blue row is gonna get rearranged as well. Cobalt blue, wow. That looks like it's gonna be rather opaque, which I guess makes sense. Cobalts do tend to be opaque in general, so. Let's try to like, I want it to be kind of faded at the bottom so I can write their names. Okay, and then last one we have Lavenda, which is lavender. It's got white in it. It's got white, ultramarine blue, and a violet. Ooh, that one is dry looking. and that's going to be opaque, which is also to be expected considering it's got white in it. And then we have our last row. Mineral violet. Whoa. That is quite intense. I believe it's a combination of ultramarine blue and maybe dioxazine purple. That is nice and strong. Then we have shadow violet, which interestingly is looking green in the pan, but its main quote-unquote ingredient is a green color. Oh, okay. This is, so it's a green, then it's, and then it's these other two. So it's this color with green added. That's why I put them together, but honestly, they are not looking alike whatsoever, and it might have to get moved as well, to be quite honest with you. I like it. I know it will separate out and like granulate really prettily. Then we have sap green. Yeah, these colors. It's a really nice green, but I don't know that it has anything to do with this color. Like, they should not be next to each other, I don't think. And then we have, let's just try to speed this up a little bit because this video is getting really long. And I'm still gonna have to add another portion to this video, I think. I'm gonna go rearrange all this stuff, fix it up, and then come back and show you what the final result looks like. So you guys don't have to watch me figuring out the new order and swatching the little sheet that goes inside the pan or inside the palette. That was Aquarius green. Then we have Van Dyke brown, which probably is going to end up not being in this spot, although it is rather cool blackish looking almost. Well, I'm glad I did the swatch sheet because it's definitely helping me see where things should and should not go. Okay, and two more. We have Frisbee's gray. This was also not in the palette. I added it. Okay, that goes over there. This Frisbee's gray actually looks a lot like shadow violet, just more maybe on the gray side. It's like a violet version of Payne's gray. Payne's gray is more blue, and this is more violet. Look, you can already see it's starting to separate out. Ooh, it's so pretty. I'll show you guys when they're all dry. When I come back, I'll show you how it's looking. And this one also has some kind of residue in it, if you can see. It's gonna take a little while to activate it. And this is PBK 11. They're calling it Aquarius black, but it's PBK 11, which is basically just a really granulating black. which I'm also very happy about, because if I have to have a black, this is the one I'd want. So when I come back and they're all dry, I will show you the granulation and the color separation. But you can already kind of see it here, over here, and over here. Okay, so don't go anywhere. I'll be back after a certain amount of time, but for you guys, it's going to be 1 second. Hey guys, it's been a few days actually, and I'm back. Here are all the swatches. They're dried, and I actually ended up cutting them out so I could rearrange them better, because I couldn't make it work like in my head just when they were. And I actually came back like 10 or 20 different times just rearranging them until it was in an order that made sense. Because like I said, I have 4 rows of 7, and I wanted them all to kind of go with the colors that made sense for them. And finally I ended up splitting up the purples, and then I was able to make it work. So you can see that they're still really nice and bright and saturated even after drying, and there's a lot of granulation going on, which I love about these paints. Look at how beautiful these are. So I actually did end up using them a little bit to make a few paintings, just to kind of experience what they're like and see what I'm enjoying. Look at the granulation here, and then the granulation here. You can even see granulation here. So these came out really nice. So that's for my swatch book. I put them in page protectors, so this is kind of the perfect size for that. So let me set that aside. And here's the little swatch card and how that came out. And you see how the colors kind of all go together. I have the neutrals, and then I have the brights, and then the blues and stuff, and then they turn into the greens, and then I have like the dark colors down here. So that's how that looks. I'm really liking this cherry quinacridone red. It's really nice for like cheeks and lips and stuff. And the tint makes it really easy to do like light skin tones. Really liking these two as well. These are really nice, and the sap green and the Aquarius green go really well together for foliage. So that's that. Let me set that over here so you can see it, and here's how that looks. Let me show you. So you do have to be a little bit careful. Like the paint is very soft because it's honey based, so it's easy to grab like a dollop of it. So you do have to like, sometimes I like will go in the pan and then I paint right to the paper, but with these paints you have to like really kind of go here and then to the paper, because otherwise you might get way too much paint. So that's how, like, still, you know, plenty of paint left, but you can see it's gotten some use. So then I will show you. I'll just leave all that here so you guys can see it. And then I have, like, in this little moleskin sketchbook, it's like 3x5, just a couple really quick paintings. This is from Map Crunch, and then this is just, you know, whatever. So these are both like 10-15 minute sketches. They're super tiny, you can see by my hand. And then here I think I just used the Frisbee's gray or whatever. So it's easy to do roads with that one. And then this is like the lighter green and then the darker green together. And then for the skies, I think I've been using the blue sky. And then here you can see the granulation, and this is the lavender. So Lots of granulation, even in colors you wouldn't really expect it from. So that's been, so I like that. Then I did a couple more in this, and these are all watercolor sketchbooks. So I did a couple here. Here I did it in watercolor, and then I scribbled over it. And then here I did first the drawing, and then I painted it in. So like two different techniques. And again, the granulation you can kind of see, and the pretty colors, and I've been using a lot more purples because I have 3 purples with this. So you can see how you can get really bright colors with this paint, but you can also get muted colors with them. I'll show you in a minute. And then I did a couple in this bigger sketchbook, watercolor sketchbook. 1 second. This is also from Map Crunch. This is from Map Crunch. And then this is just another scribbly. So you see you can get like muted colors, but also like bright colors if you want. I think the really bright colors I went over a little bit with like fluorescent pencils for some highlights. So that's that, and then that one again lots of purples because it's my gray. Instead of a Payne's gray, I have the Presby's gray, which is basically purple. But I'm okay with that. And then the last one I just did in here, it's a block, and it's 100% cotton because I wanted to try it on cotton paper as well. So, and you can see these colors are a lot more muted. So you can definitely get a nice variety with this paint. You can get muted colors and you can get really nice and bright colors. You can see the details. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know if you guys have any questions, but I really like this paint because a lot of the colors are nicely granulating, and that kind of makes for really fun effects. Like all this. Oh, I really like this one. Goethite. I don't know. It's like a really, basically all the hair that I've done in all the paintings has been with this color. It's been really nice for this like neutral hair color. Let me see. Yeah, like all the hair. Well, up here at least. And then you can see some granulation here too. It just kind of does its own thing, which is really nice. And then these girls' hair. That's all been that goethite with like a little bit of other browns for more definition or whatever, but mainly it's that goethite. So I really like that one. This has been really nice for mixing with other colors. The Naples yellow is like a very nice neutral yellow. This is a really nice bright yellow. Like I said, I really like that one. And then I really like these two. The greens are both really nice. This is nice. This has been really good. And this I haven't really used, but I really like it. So next painting, I'm gonna definitely add that in. So, okay. Hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.